So welcome back to the CEO of Sony officially announcing the next PlayStation console and release window. Yes, it's official now when this machine is coming out and the name. Now, what is the name? Is it a brand new crazy name like the Electro or the Lightning Bolt or some ridiculous side name? I'm happy to report it's just called the PlayStation 5 officially. It's the PlayStation 5. That makes sense to me. I feel very comfortable with that. I don't have to use an alias name for the next year until they officially announce that it was called the PlayStation 5. So I'm very happy about that. Next up, the release window is holiday season 2020. So get ready for next year. Around this time, we'll be building some excitement for the brand new PlayStation 5 console. Now, the interesting thing is, what should we be excited about at this point? Is there any games announced? Is there anything that we know that's coming out? Not in that sense. I feel, and I still feel this, we'll be getting a lot of upgraded ports, and I don't think that'll be a bad thing. Obviously, some games have gone silent for a while. I think there will be PlayStation 5 full launch titles at that point. But other than that, what is there to be excited about? It kind of scratches my head. The CEO had this to say: "One of our goals with the next generation is to deepen the feeling of immersion when you play games. And we had that opportunity with our new controller to reimagine how the sense of touch can add to that immersion." And they're talking about two innovations that they want to do with the brand new PlayStation 5 controller. The first thing is, they're getting rid of the rumble technology from the PlayStation controllers that we have used for so many years. And it's not that we take it for granted, we just I zone it out now, I don't even notice it anymore. It's just a part of the gaming experience. I'm like, oh yeah, my controller's buzzing. I'm kind of used to that, right? And the annoying lights, that I've never understood the lights, but that's just me. Sometimes it's kind of neat. I'm playing a horror game, it's red, I'm like, okay, ooh, it's spooky. But they're getting rid of the rumble features. That is gone. What are they replacing that with? Haptic sensors. Yeah, so they're going for a whole different way that you will feel immersed into your PlayStation games through the controller through haptic sensor technology. I guess the closest way that I can describe haptic sensors to you is, and this is in a very small way, in your cell phone when it buzzes, or it rings and goes brrr. That is a smaller sense of it, but imagine that all throughout the controller, and you can control it through the games itself to create a certain kind of force feedback. So you might crash into a wall and you really feel a jolt, but it kind of goes through the controller in a very unusual way. Or you're going through a forest and you can feel the leaves kind of going by, and it's kind of creating these weird sensations at the side. So that is the closest way I can kind of describe the technology. Obviously, that's the first we've heard about it. The second thing they want to do is adaptive triggers that will create an immersive experience like you're pulling a bow or you're accelerating in a car in a racing game. That's the second thing they want to do. So they really want to overhaul the controllers. How is that going to be? I don't know. I can't wait to try it out though. I want to see what it's like to play games with this sensory experience. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but it's fascinating. Now, the one thing I want to do here is have a little bit of fun and talk about haptic technology and Sony's interest in it. I think it's really fascinating, and I think it has a fascinating possibilities going forward. And this is pure speculation. I'm just totally having a little bit of fun here, as I say. I think Sony loves VR and they love the experience of that, and they really think it's a future technology. If you like to think it is or not, Sony is really betting the bank on that, and I think it will be back for the PlayStation 5. In what way, I'm not sure yet. I'm speculating that I think they're going to incorporate haptic technologies into a VR experience in the future. Now, this comes from my love of a book called Ready Player One, and it got made into the movie. But I love the experience of them putting on a VR helmet and haptic gloves and having the sensation that you can touch something and it kind of touches you back. You know what I mean? That's what haptic technology can create. So if you touch a table in a game, it will create the sensation that you've touched a table. There will be no weight to it, but there will be the sensation of it. So I wonder if they will use that technology in some gloves going forward or something like that for a brand new VR technology in the future, way after the PS5 has launched. But who knows? We don't know. Imagine they launch with a VR component. I know a lot of people will be very upset with that. A lot of people just want gaming the way it is. They don't want it to change. They don't want the VR technology. And I can respect that. I totally get that as well. But I think in the future, it may be a possibility that they do that. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you want to see in the PlayStation 5? What is something you want to see? Do you want to see just better graphics, obviously better gameplay, a wider spectrum of games, bigger game worlds to explore? What do you want to see? I'll tell you something. There's one thing that I want. There's only really one thing that I absolutely want. It is backwards compatibility with the PS4. Give me backwards compatibility. I need to have that. That's the one thing I need to have with this machine. 100%. I need to play all of my old games because I got a huge PS4 collection and I love it. And I want that to move forward. I don't want to have different machines all the time. That drives me crazy. I have that in the other room right now and I can't stand it. So that's one thing I'd like to see. So anyways, getting back to the PS5 and what we do know about the haptic controllers moving forward and the release window and the naming of it. Is it something to be excited about at this point? I'm not really sure. I know developers have the kits. Remember, there was a leaked image of the kits. They have the controllers, and it's going to be interesting how they decide to use the controllers to play games. That's what it all comes down to. It comes down to the games, and how is this hapticness going to be used in these games? Is it going to enhance the games in any way? That's remaining to be seen, but I'm so happy that we finally have a PlayStation 5 release window. I don't know, in the state of play, why didn't they announce something like that? That would have made the state of play the place to go to find out your PlayStation news instead of from a blog. You know what I mean? That would be a better way to have it there and have the CEO right there telling it right to us, directly to us, that there's going to be a PlayStation 5 release window and the name of the console. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go back and I'm going to sit and I'm going to dream a little bit more of what the PS5 is going to offer. So anyways, guys, until next time.